Hey everybody, and welcome to another state streak accuracy test here on GeoGuessr. As always, we're going to play 50 rounds of United States No Blurry, and I'm going to try to guess as many states correctly as I can without moving. I'm also using this video to test out a little bit of a different lighting setup, going to be using some light from my windows, so let me know what you guys think of it in the comments. So with all that said, make sure to leave a like down below, and let's get into this. We've got 10 games to get through, so hopefully we can get this done. Alright. Here is our first location. Now, right off the bat, I'm thinking this looks like the South, just with the type of architecture we've got here, as well as the general feel of this town. Now, we do have these circle highway shields. Now, within the South, I think Mississippi uses those. We could be somewhere like that. Kentucky also uses circles, so that's a possibility here. But this doesn't really feel like Kentucky to me. It feels more deep South. Can't get anything from this trash can, but I'm pretty sure we're going to be in Mississippi here. That's what my gut tells me, so I'm going to go for it. Let's see. And it is there, fantastic. Also, just another note, it's that time of year in Chicago where we've got the cicadas buzzing, so you might hear some in the background. Not sure if they're going to get picked up on the mic, but just so you know, they are outside and they are being pretty loud. So here's our second round. Now, with this landscape, definitely feels like we're going to be out west with these types of homes. The landscape as well here is pretty semi-arid, which is what you get a lot in places like Montana, Colorado, things like that. We do have front plates on this car, which is interesting. I'm kind of thinking this could just be Colorado here. Definitely gives me those vibes. I'll click out here for now. Let me see if I'm missing anything else, though. I don't think I saw anything else helpful. A little bit worried for something like Montana here. I feel pretty good about Colorado, though. I'm going to go for it. Let's see. Excellent, it is there. We're actually pretty far east out here in the plains part of the state. That's pretty interesting to me, so let's go to the next one and keep this up. Alright, this looks urban, which is always a good sign. We got some pretty tall buildings over there, so a decent-sized city. Now, license plates. Looks like we do have front plates. That's interesting. Okay. And here we got city of San Antonio. There we go. That's what we like to see. So this is San Antonio, Texas. Not going to waste any time here. Let's just make the guess. And there we go. All right, we're off to a great start so far. 3 for 3. Let's keep it up and go to round number 4. Okay, this time we've got a lot of palm trees. Looks really tropical. Definitely giving me some Florida vibes with this architecture, this sort of Art Deco style. I would guess this might be Miami Beach. I'm pretty sure they're known for that kind of architecture, so let's take a look here. So I'll click out here on Miami Beach for right now. That definitely would line up with what I'm seeing, so I think I'm going to go for it. Let's see if I'm right. And yeah, it is there. Nice. That architecture is really cool, and yeah, they even have a whole welcome center for it. It's really distinct, super cool. I'd love to visit that part of Florida. We're doing really well. Let's go to the final round for our first game and see what we get. Alright, this time we're on a divided highway. That's interesting. We're at mile 38, so potentially this could be helpful. The exit numbers on most interstates are based on the mileage, so we could look at a bunch of interstates, check for mile 38 and see if it lines up. That's a last resort, though. Let's see what else we can use here. Just from the foliage and everything, I'm getting very heavy northeast vibes, something like New York or Vermont or New Hampshire, something to that effect, but I'm not too sure. I'm pretty sure you get these sort of green and white reflectors like that in New York, and I think Vermont as well, so I'm feeling good about one of those states. I'm not too sure what to do for this location. I don't want to check interstates for mile 38. That's just a lot of work without too many clues to go off here. I'm kind of thinking I should just go for New York, maybe. I'm worried for New Hampshire, Vermont, even Maine, possibly, but I'm going to go for New York here. Let's see. Hopefully we can clutch a bordering state on this guess. And, oh no, it is Vermont. Okay, that makes sense. So we end our first game on a 4 for 5 ratio, doing pretty well. That's what you like to see here, but let's go to game number 2 and try to keep this up. Okay, right off the bat, this looks like San Francisco with this architecture. We also have the California-style electricity pole with the 3 yellow bands on it. So we're definitely in California here. I would put so much money on us being just right in San Francisco. Let's go right there, and there we go. Good start for the second game. That bodes well. Let's go to round number 2 here, or I guess round 7 overall. This time we're out west again. Looks pretty interesting with these mountains and then a very agricultural area too. We do have a license plate here, which is the Idaho one, this red and blue striping on it. So that's good to see, and yeah, looks like we do have a few other Idaho plates. And also in the distance is the Idaho Adopt a Highway sign, so that all but confirms that we're going to be somewhere in Idaho. I'm not too sure on where within the state. We'd probably be a little farther north with the mountains, but you never know. I'll click up there and let's see. Yeah, actually not too far north, more over in the east part of the state by Yellowstone and all that. So not bad, it's still Idaho, that's what counts for us. Let's go to round 8 here and see what we get. Alright, we got some signs here, so let's take a look, see if they've got anything helpful. Hometown Country Convenience Store. Yeah, not seeing too much on here, just a convenience store sign. Don't think any of these flags are helpful, not sure what any of that is. We do have these Pentagon County Highway signs, so that's interesting, and in the distance we can see the Alabama State Highway shield. Very useful to have that Alabama outline on it, so that pretty much confirms it. Let's go for it. And there we go, pretty far south here, interesting. Alright, on to round number 4 for our second game. Let's see what we got here. This is really interesting looking with these green mountains and then this lake over here. Really beautiful spot. Where could this be? So I'm definitely thinking something along the lines of Montana, Wyoming, something, I don't know, maybe these plants are a little bit too arid for that? Man, this is a tricky one. A lot of the western rounds can be pretty tough. I think I'm going to stick with Montana. I don't like this guess, but I can't think of what else I'll go for. Hopefully it's not Wyoming or something like that, but let's see. Ah, it is farther south, it's Utah. That makes all too much sense. Definitely should have considered Utah there. That does make sense with the plants. Should have trusted that. Alright, let's go to our 10th round here. Try to get this one done as well. This time we're on another divided highway, kind of paralleling the first game there with that. This time we're definitely going to be out in the plains somewhere or the Midwest. Not too much here again, no cars nearby for plates, no signs. We're just left with the road and the trees and the grass. We do have an oil rig over there, so that makes me think a little farther out into the plains, something like Kansas or Oklahoma here. I kind of feel good about Kansas, honestly. So if we are there and this is a north-south highway, we could be somewhere on 135 or this part of 35 here. I'm going to click in Kansas for now. I'm worried for Oklahoma, I'm worried for something else in the plains, but I don't really have any other ideas for what we can do here, so I'm going to go for Kansas. Let's hope for the best. Yes, it is Kansas. Not even on an interstate. Okay, just on US 54. That was a pretty tough round. I'm glad we got it, though. Let's see how we did there. So we just missed Utah in that round, so we're keeping up that 80% accuracy rate. So let's try to keep that alive for our last 8 games and start up game number 3. Here we go. Okay, looks like we're going to be kind of out west again with this landscape. Got a really wide river over here and then some sort of hills on the banks of it. That's interesting to see. Definitely going to be somewhere dry where the river can cut through the land like that. Right now I'm getting kind of Dakotas or Montana, Wyoming kind of vibe. Somewhere in the outer plains like that. We do have this mile marker for 254, so this state is going to be pretty big. Most of the states out west are though, so that's not too helpful. I think I'm just going to stick with Montana here. Oh, I'm not happy with this guess again, but let's just see. Hope for the best. Oh no, it is North Dakota. So at least it's a bordering state. We'll get points for that up in the top left, but not exactly Montana. That's alright. Let's go to round number 12. Okay, this time we're on another divided highway with exit 10 to the north. Okay. So we've got that. Now let's check on license plates. We have fronts. I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, definitely seems like front plates are a thing here, so that's good to know. I'm just not too sure what these are. Is that Rhode Island? Because this looks a little bit like bluish gray, which would make sense with the Rhode Island plate. So we could be somewhere like on I-95. I guess that could work with this angle. Let me check on exit 10 really quick and see if that makes any sense. That's exit 4. Gotta get exit 10 though. There's 6A. Yeah, we might not have enough exits, or we could be on like 295 up this way. Let's see. I just gotta find an exit 10 here. This one here is exit 12A, so I went a little bit too far. There's 9. Okay, is there no 10? Ah, here's exit 10. Okay, we could be on this one. Let's see if that angle makes sense. You know, I kind of like that. That looks good. Exit number lines up, the road lines up, license plates seem pretty good, so I think we should be in Rhode Island here. Let's see. I'm gonna go for it. Fantastic. It's always a fun detective puzzle when you got those kind of interstate rounds. Awesome stuff. Let's go to round 13 here. Okay, this time we're in a small town. Looks like we're in the Appalachian Mountains, I'd say. Just based on the relative shortness of the mountains and then covered in trees as well. So let's check license plates here. Not sure what that is. We do have front plates, which is interesting. Wasn't expecting that. Let's check on these businesses, see what we got. 540 area code. I'm not sure what that is. Looks like the town we're in is called Newcastle. But having front plates in the Appalachians, that's really going to limit us to Virginia, maybe Ohio, or just farther north. But it doesn't feel like we're up north, so it's either Virginia or Ohio, I think. Now, none of these plates seem distinct enough to be the Ohio ones, but I could definitely see them being Virginia. I was thinking that this plate seemed like West Virginia with the blue and the yellow at the top. But none of the others are like that, and West Virginia does not require fronts, so we shouldn't be there. Based on the fronts, the landscape, and the West Virginia plate, I'm gonna go for Virginia here. Let's hope that's right. I'm not too sure here at all, but let's see. It is, there we go. So here's Newcastle, Virginia. Haven't heard of that, but good to know for the future. So let's go to round number 14 and keep it up. Okay, this time we got a lot of adobe houses, which is interesting. We're going to be in the southwest with that for sure. Got some palm trees and everything here as well. Let's see if we can get some license plates or something. No fronts on this bus. Can't really see any of the others, but no fronts will rule out California at least. We have a 928 area code. I have not heard of that. So right now I'm between Arizona and New Mexico, but I'm leaning towards Arizona because none of these plates are the yellow or turquoise New Mexico ones. So doesn't seem right. And here we go, Yuma Foot Care. That's gonna put us in Yuma, Arizona. Lucky to catch that. Thankfully this sign isn't too obstructed. It is a little bit, but we can make it out that it's Yuma, so we should be there. And there we go. Let's go on to round number 15. I think we've only missed the first round in this seed, so hopefully we can get this one right and keep our 80% alive. We're just gonna have to see though. So here we're crossing over some sort of lake, a reservoir I would think, and let's see what we can see here. Doesn't look like we got front plates in most of those cars, so that's good to know. We do have some hills over here to the south, but beyond that, not seeing too much useful info here, so this is going to be a tough round. Foliage is definitely seeming south US. I'm seeing a little bit of these southern pines in the mix here, but not all too many, so probably somewhere mid-south. So I'm thinking Tennessee, North Carolina, somewhere around there. Not too far south, but still in the area where you get those southern pines. I'm kind of thinking I'm going to go for North Carolina here. I'm not super happy with this guess, really worried it can be any of these other southern states. Tennessee actually might be a better choice just for the sake of bordering states, but I'm going to go for North Carolina anyway. Oh man, come on North Carolina, let's see it. It is there! Let's go! I'm so proud of that one. Glad I didn't go for Tennessee there, would have been pretty mad about that, so we take that any day. Alright, so once again, we only missed one state here. We're keeping that 80% alive. Hopefully we can ride this wave all the way to the end. We got 7 more games to get through. Let's start up our 4th one. Here we go. So, we're on another divided highway. Seems to be a big trend today, isn't it? Here we do have a nice yellow New York plate, but the others are not seeming like that. They seem more Connecticut with the blue and white. We can also see just barely, I can barely make it out that that's Interstate 91, so that does go through Connecticut. I've seen enough to convince me on Connecticut. Let's go for it. And there we go, not too far off either, we take it. Alright, starting out game 4, very strong. Let's go to round number 17? 17. This time we are in a city, so we should be able to get this one. We got Solon Field, which is home of the Toronto Blue Jays? Hold on. I'm kind of confused here. This must be just their practice thing. I don't follow the Blue Jays or baseball too much, so someone educate me on what the heck is going on here. But we got Interstate 190 here, so that's good to know. Looks like we got some more yellow New York plates. We could be in New York. I'm pretty sure there's a 190 there somewhere. Yeah, a lot of these yellow plates, so probably in New York. I think I'm going to go for New York here. Can't think of much else to try, so let's give it a shot. And we are over in Buffalo. So again, someone let me know in the comments what the deal is with the Toronto Blue Jays. I'm so curious to know what the deal is there. But anyway, let's go to round number 18. Here we got a pizza and a wing street. We got some snowy mountains, so we're going to be out west somewhere here. We got high mountain floral and gifts. Yep, that sounds about right. License plates here, not too sure on. These kind of make me think Wyoming in a way. We could be there. And yeah, that looks like a Wyoming flag over there, so we should be in Wyoming somewhere. Not too sure on where within the state, but I would say maybe out by this area somewhere. I don't know, let's just go for it. And yeah, not bad. It's over here in Afton. Not a bad guess there. Let's go on to round number 19 and keep it up. This time we've got to be in Hawaii. This is a very Hawaiian landscape. Just looks completely different from the rest of the country. We also have the Hawaiian utility pole here with this thick yellow band on it, so that's a good clue. As well as this massive volcano rising up from the water like that. Definitely a Hawaiian thing. I'm gonna just guess on the big island here. Not too sure if that's right, but let's see. And it is not. We're over on Maui. That's fine. Here we are with round 20. We haven't missed one this seed yet, so hopefully we can go 5 for 5 for the first time in this video. Let's try to get this done. So again, this is a pretty mountainous place. These mountains and the foliage definitely gives me Pacific Northwest vibes, so I'm thinking Oregon or Washington here. License plates would be huge if we can get them. I'm not seeing too many here. This one's kind of far away, not super distinct. License plates are no help here then. This says in Mossy Rock High School. Oh, that sounds familiar. That sounds really familiar. What is Mossy Rock? Man, I'm not sure, but I did just notice the speed limit sign. If we were in Oregon, it's pretty likely that the speed limit sign would just say speed and not speed limit, so I might lean away from Oregon here and more towards Washington or maybe California. The other piece of evidence against California, though, is that we don't have the yellow bands on the poles here. Don't see any of those anywhere, so maybe not California or Oregon, so Washington's sounding pretty good right about now. If it's Washington, we're definitely going to be in the western half of the state, somewhere out this way. Now, I don't know if Mossy Rock is a town name or something, but might as well give it a look and see if it shows up. Oh, there's Mossy Rock. Yes. Oh, there we go. It is Washington after all. I'm glad I looked for Mossy Rock. Wasn't sure if that was going to be the town, but usually when there's a high school named that, looks like a small town, it's probably the name of the town too. So there we go. We're going to be somewhere up here. Let's click there and hopefully 5K. There we go. Feels good to find around like that, so we end up getting all 5 states right in the seed, so that increases our accuracy a little bit. I think that puts us at 17 out of 20, which is 85%. Really proud of that. Let's keep this up. We are almost halfway there. We're going on to our 5th game here, which will be the halfway points. Here we go. Okay, this time we are starting out in a deserty kind of area, very flat as well. There's a sign over here. What does this say? Welcome to District 4. Apparently we're in the Hunger Games. Okay. This sign here, Debaca. Not sure what that is, but getting some sort of Texas or New Mexico vibes out of this location. The speed limit's actually a little bit low for Texas standards, so maybe not there. We also didn't have a front plate on this car. So if not Texas, could be just New Mexico here, honestly. I could easily see that. Can't imagine what else it would be, honestly, so I'm gonna go for it. Let's see. And yeah, it is there. Nice. Good solve there. Let's go to round number 22. Okay, we're in another urban spot. You love to get that in this kind of stuff, so let's see what's going on here. We're at 3rd and Demers Ave. The license plate looks like North Dakota, I think. Let me check on a few others, though, just to be safe. Yeah, not seeing any others, but no, this truck says Grand Forks, so we're probably there, Cool kind of sculpture here, almost like a paddle boat wheel. I like that. But yeah, we should be in Grand Forks. The North Dakota plate and the truck literally saying it on it should be there. Let's actually look for the intersection just to be safe. So we need 3rd and Demers, and yeah, absolutely going to be here. There we go. Nice 5K in North Dakota, on to round 23. Alright, this time we are somewhere out east, I think. That license plate seems like Maryland. The plate itself isn't blurred out, but it's blurred just from the fact that the car itself is blurry because it's going by so fast. But it looks like a Maryland plate. I would definitely believe Maryland here, but Maryland is pretty small, so they could be driving around in another state too. I don't see anything else here though. That's too bad. So right now we're pretty much left with, do we trust the Maryland plate or do we risk it and try to go with something else? And honestly, I'm not trying to risk anything here. We also have a pretty good state streak. 11 is not too bad, so this is a big deal right now. Let's try to get this Maryland right. Come on. Oh, of course it's not. Of course it's Pennsylvania. You are kidding me. So some excellent bait up here in Pennsylvania with a Maryland plate. Can't complain too much about that. Still a neighboring state. But, oh man, ended our streak too. That's okay. So here we go with round 24. We got New Boston, Rhode, and Sturbridge. Now, that sounds like something in Connecticut or Massachusetts, I think. License plates don't seem Connecticut. They're not blue, but maybe Massachusetts. Yeah, it looks like a little bit of red text on this one, so Sturbridge. That does sound really familiar. Let me look in Mass really quick. And yeah, here's Sturbridge. Okay, so we should be on 84 right around here. Or something like that. Maybe 90, actually, with the angle. Is this New Boston? Yeah, that's New Boston Road, so we should be just about there. Nice, we take it. Love getting these 5Ks on interstates. Always so satisfying. Let's go to round number 25 at the halfway point for the video. Alright, this time we've got a license plate that looks kind of Connecticut-y, maybe. Does that make sense? Can we be there? I don't know. This doesn't feel like Connecticut to me, but maybe. This plate's kind of hard to see, but it also has that sort of blue coloring to it. This definitely could be New England. I could see it. I'm just not too sure if I trust the plates here. If we didn't have those plates, I don't think I would guess New England here. Like, that's not entirely impossible, but it just doesn't feel quite right. I'm gonna trust the plates, though. I'm gonna go for Connecticut. I don't have a better idea here anyway, so let's see. Come on. Oh no, were they Minnesota plates? Oh, that's so bad. Yeah, no wonder it doesn't look like New England, because it's Rochester, Minnesota. So messed up the plates there. Ah, that's too bad, that's too bad. So I think that brings us back down to exactly 80%, because yeah, we missed 2 states here, so we're up to 20 out of 25, 80%. So here we go with our second half of the video. Let's see what we got going on here. This round, right away, I'm thinking Michigan or New York. Feels like the sort of eastern Great Lakes region to me. With this architecture especially, that feels very Michigan to me, but I could be very off base. License plates, as always, would be very helpful here, but we are not so fortunate this time, so it's all up to vibes. I'm really feeling good about Michigan, but I could be so wrong. I'm gonna trust my instincts. I'm gonna go for Michigan here. If it's New York, if it's something else, that's fine, but I feel very good about this. Let's see. It is Michigan, let's go. I'm glad I trusted myself there. Let's keep on going. Round 27, we got some beautiful fall foliage on the mountains here. This is actually so cool looking. Another big divided highway, a very big visible portion of the blue Gen 4 car. You don't see that every day, so that's interesting. Well, let's see. This is probably Montana, Idaho, Colorado, one of those 3, I would think. Any signs to tell us? Exit 57 to Caparelli's Espresso. We could check on exit 57 and look for the Caparelli's Espresso. That's honestly a valid strategy for this round. I might have to do it. So let's see, we're on a sort of generally north-facing interstate here, so that's good to know. So with that, and armed with the Caparelli's Espresso, let's check on some roads. So 57, exit 57. That could honestly put us in Idaho. I don't know if we actually have enough exits for that. Let's see, what's this one? 62, yeah, so we do have enough exits here. There's 60... 57, okay. Caparelli's Espresso, is it here? Oh my god, there it is. There is no way, oh man. So the billboard was actually on this side, so we're gonna be east of that. Yeah, somewhere down here. I bet we're right about here on this curve. Yeah, that looks good. Oh my god. This has to be one of my favorite solves of all time. Let's go to the next round. I don't think anything's gonna top that for this video. That's the highlight right there. Okay, we're in a city for this round. Let's see, we get KWHB TV 47. Doesn't ring a bell, but the license plate looks like Oklahoma, I think. Maybe not. Maybe it is. Park Tulsa. Okay. I guess we are in Oklahoma then. So I'm going to trust that. I hope this parking lot's just not called that randomly. There we go. Good stuff. Clutch parking lot. Let's keep on moving here. On to number, what is this? 29. And oh my god, we got the Corn Palace. This has been a fantastic seed. So good. So the Corn Palace is in Mitchell. I've actually been there. Really overrated place. It's not actually a palace, it's a stadium, which is just covered in corn outside. Pretty overrated, but if you're ever on an I-90 road trip passing by, might as well go check it out. I mean, when are you ever gonna get to see a corn palace again? So, yeah, we're gonna be right there. And there we go. Absolutely loving this seed. On to round 30. Let's see what other crazy stuff we get here. We're in another city here, so that's good. License plates look South Dakota. That one looks South Dakota. But let's check on some others and make sure. See, these others, none of them look South Dakota. Possibly the new Iowa plates with the yellow and blue. Yeah, that could be, But we do have another South Dakota here. Okay, so conflicting plates. That's the old Iowa plate for sure. That one is South Dakota. That's Iowa, so we're pretty close to both states, I would think. So over here we have Douglas Street and then a parking garage to the southwest. So we could check in a few cities out in Iowa, South Dakota, see if they make sense. I'm gonna check Sioux City really quick here. So we're gonna be just east of Douglas. Here's Douglas. Okay, that could work. And is this a parking garage? We could be here. Yeah, we got the empty lot up here, and then this U.S. bank. Is this a U.S. bank? What do you know? It is a U.S. bank, so we're probably going to be in Sioux City here. Makes sense, because that is right on the border with Iowa and South Dakota. So we should be just about there. Let's make the guess, and there we go. We got the 5K. Nice. This was a really good seed score-wise, too. We got 24-4, I think 3 5Ks. We got Tulsa. We could have 5K'd that, and then the only one we missed was Michigan. Awesome stuff. So another 5 states takes us up to 25 out of 30. That's 86.666 repeating percent. Pretty happy with that. Let's keep it alive. On to game 7. Here we got some beautiful beautiful western foliage here. Looks like maybe a fire has passed through recently or something like that. I'm not sure what is going on these hills, like exposed soil or something there. Something happened in this area. Got a sign pointing out Crystal Springs. This sort of brown signage is something you get in national parks and forests, so we're probably out in a forest somewhere, if that wasn't already painfully obvious enough. But with everything I'm seeing, the foliage, I'm getting big Colorado vibes out of this. Something to that effect. Yeah, my first thought was Colorado here. I'm gonna go for it. Let's see. Oh, it's Utah. Well, that works too. That's fair enough. So another miss there, bordering state at least. Let's keep on going. Keep pressing forward. Here we go. This time we seem to be out in the plains, I would say. We do have front plates. Looks like the Nebraska plates, so we should be there. Let's see. Yeah, all front plates. Also looks Nebraska there. That one too. So, yep, seems good to be Nebraska. Let's go for it. Very nice. Outer Omaha suburb there, Gretna. All right, next round. Here we go. We are back out west. It seems really interesting spot. Wow, some sort of power plant or something here. And then we got these pelicans in the water. This is actually so sick. This water is so blue as well. What is this location, man? This is crazy. I'm kind of thinking this could be Utah for real. Maybe out by the Salt Lake or something, but I don't know. I can't get over these pelicans, man. That's so awesome. This is such a cool location. But yeah, definitely getting some Utah vibes out of this. We do have front plates. Utah has fronts, so that works. Landscape definitely could pass for Utah. Again, with this blue water, definitely feels like a very saline lake. So I'm feeling good about Utah. I'm gonna go for it. Let's see. Oh, come on, no, you're kidding me. It is Idaho, just over the border, a lake that's in both states, but we are on the wrong side of it, man. So of course, the one time I actually guessed Utah, we're not actually there. Another bordering state and another miss, man. Okay, on to the next one. Let's see what we got here. Is that the U.S. Capitol? Well, there's the Washington Monument, so yes, indeed it is. This one's very easy. Let's 5K this one. Here's the Capitol. That's the Grant Memorial. Yep. So, yeah, just about there. Did we not 5K? Oh, we did. Okay, cool. Always fun to get DC. Very easy to recognize, especially when you're on the National Mall like that. Let's go to the next round, though. Number 35. Okay, this looks like the Appalachian Mountains with these tree-covered, pretty rounded-topped mountains here. And here we have this sign, which is the West Virginia one. It has this white circle on it, which is, I think, pointing out county roads or secondary roads, something like that. But that sign is West Virginia, so we're going to be there for sure. Very nice. Alright, how'd we do there? We got exactly 20,000 points. I don't know how the heck that happened, but we missed Utah and we missed Idaho there, so another 2 misses, not good. So we're up to 28 out of 35. That's right back down to 80%. We can't escape it. So just 3 more games to get through here. Let's get into this. We are in the final stretch. 15 more rounds. Hopefully that's 15 more correct states, but we'll see. Alright, yet another divided highway here. Let's see. Is that a license plate? I think that's just a plate holder on this truck, so can't tell if we got fronts. This van also doesn't have fronts, so maybe no front plates here. A very flat landscape, got some mixed in forests with this agricultural area, very big river here. So something kind of Midwestern with no fronts, that pushes me towards Michigan, Indiana. I'm not sure if the landscape really fits, but it could for sure. I could see that. If I had to choose between Michigan and Indiana here, I might lean a little bit more Michigan, but I am not sure. It's very hard to say here. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Michigan here. I'm not liking this guess, but don't have any other ideas, so here we go. Oh, it's Indiana. Come on, come on. Lost the 50-50 there. That's alright. Let's keep on moving. Keep on pushing on. Next round here, let's see what we got. Salter Path Road, a maritime place. Okay, so we're coastal here for sure. Pretty interesting foliage. Definitely giving me like the sort of Outer Banks type of feel, this sort of Atlantic coast. We do have a front plate on this car. They could be visiting from Virginia, or we could actually be in Virginia, but I don't think so. We're more likely on the Outer Banks, especially where it goes east-west like this, because the water is definitely just south of us here. Yeah, you can see it through the trees. I'm definitely thinking out here somewhere by Atlantic Beach. I really hope this is North Carolina. Gonna go for it here. Come on, come on. Yes, it is. Let's go. Really proud of that solve. On to round 38. Here we go. Okay, this time we are... I'm getting mixed signals here. It's agricultural, but it feels west coast with these trees, all these pines and everything. So agricultural west. Could be Washington, Idaho, something to that effect. Anything else to use here? Do we have any clues? We do have a speed limit sign, not speed, so I think we can rule out Oregon with that. That's good. Also, I just noticed a huge volcano over there to the east. Wow, okay. So that's interesting. Definitely Pacific Rim, so... what would this be then? Oh, man. So I guess I'd lean a little bit towards Washington here. This maybe could also be California, but we don't have the poles here, the Californian poles. So I think I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for Washington. I really hope this isn't California and we just don't have the poles, or it's not Oregon and it's just a random actual speed limit sign. Oh boy, let's go for Washington. Come on. Yes, it is there, and that is Mount Rainier in the distance as well. Awesome. Next round, we are back on the divided highways. This time we are in the south with the southern pines, so let's try to figure out which state, though. We have a noticeable lack of front plates, so probably not Texas or Virginia here. That's good to know. Otherwise, plates have a little bit of blue at the bottom, so that could be Kentucky. 803 area code, not familiar with. Checking on some more plates. Yeah, these seem less Kentucky, but it could still pass for it, honestly. I don't know, though. Something feels a little bit off, because this seems almost too southern for Kentucky. Like, the foliage is just too deep south. So with that, I'm not sure what to really think here, honestly. What is this thing? What does this say? Could that say Columbia? If that says Columbia, we could be in South Carolina. I could actually believe that more than Kentucky, just with the foliage as well. And you know, these could be South Carolina plates. I could definitely see that. 803 area code honestly sounds familiar for Columbia area, so we could be there. I'm actually feeling good about that. We'd be on like Interstate 26 here, which looks very good with the angle. So I think I'm gonna go for it here. Let's make the guess, and hopefully this is right. Come on. Yes, it is there. Good catch with the Columbia Water Tower. Huge. Yeah, there was just something off for the foliage to be too far north up in Kentucky. Like, it can look like that, but the trees were just too south for it. Okay, good stuff there. Let's move on to round number 40. Oh boy, we're in the south again with these trees. This is gonna be a tough round, but let's try to make it work. Do we have any signs, any cars? I don't think so. Oh man, we are left alone in the trees here. So my first thought here is kind of Arkansas. I'm definitely getting sort of more western in the south vibes. Just with the types of trees we have here, it reminds me of what you find in these mountains out here, so I'm thinking Arkansas. I'm really not confident on that one bit, but that's my best idea here. I'm honestly not going to waste much more time thinking about it. Don't want to overthink it and second guess myself. I'm just going to go Arkansas here. Come on, come on. Yes, it is there. Oh my god. So glad I got that one. These southern rounds are tough, but honestly, I think the best way to tackle it is just to go with your first instinct and not overthink it. That seemed to work for me so far. So that's game 8 out of the way. We missed Indiana, so that takes us up to 32 out of 40. At this point, the best we can do in our last 10 games is get up to 42 out of 50, which is exactly the same as we got in last episode. So we got 2 more games to get to. Let's start these up, and hopefully we can go 10 for 10, get up to 42 once again. Here we go. First round, let's see, we got a very Oklahoma-looking license plate. Landscape definitely fits with the trees, the architecture as well, so I feel good about that. Let's just make sure I'm not going crazy. Check some more stuff. That license plate is yellow, kind of concerning, but that one's also Oklahoma, so 2 of them, that's good enough for me. Let's go for it. Very nice, okay. Tried to bait me to go Jersey, I'm not gonna fall for it. Let's go to round 42. Another urban round, excellent. Down on Main Street. License plates are looking pretty Connecticut there with that one at least. Yep, we got a couple more, blue and white. Definitely a very New England looking town with the mountains and the architecture as well, so should be Connecticut. Let's go for it. Excellent stuff, pretty far west there, okay. Let's keep it up, on to round 43, here we go. 8 more rounds to get through, and there is no shot that we just got the exact same capital round. What are the odds of that? Where did DC go? Here it is. That is just so ridiculous. I mean, I don't really need to say much more, do I? That's insanity. Well, we'll take the freebie, the free DC. My goodness. Alright, next round. Well, we're back on a divided highway here. We got a pretty high speed limit, 75, so we're probably in Texas. This looks really Texan as well with the trees we've got here. Soil as well, so we should be in Texas. Highway signs on this exit sign look like Texas ones as well, so yep, should be there. Very good. Okay, it's crazy to get that DC round again. What are the odds of that? That is just ridiculous. And round 45. This time we're on US Highway 95. Excellent info to have. We love to see that. Got an Idaho license plate here, the red and blue. So possibly there. And the icing on the top of the cake here, we got Coeur d'Alene and Plummer on the signs. So Coeur d'Alene is 10 to the northeast kinda, and Plummer, where's Plummer? Gonna be somewhere like here in the mountains. Could be on this curve here. Yeah, that road curving off looks good. That's gotta be where we are. Angle is perfect as well. Yep. So that's gonna be where we are. It's gotta be. Very nice. Okay. So there we go. Capital repeat and 4 other correct states brings us up to 37 out of 45. We are almost there. We got 5 more rounds to get through. Final game. This is it. If we can get all 5 of these right, we'll tie our best score. Hopefully that happens here. We're just gonna have to see. Okay, we're out west once again in the mountains. Oh man, this is gonna be a tough one. We got a diamond reflector sign, which we at one point thought was Montana specific, and now we realize is just everywhere, so that's no help. Definitely not entirely impossible to be in Montana though, like that's very feasible, but I'm leaning towards something else here. Again, we've got this sort of semi-arid foliage, which makes me think farther south again. This could be Utah. Could be Utah. You know, I like the sound of Utah here. I really do. I'm thinking maybe Colorado as well, but yeah, somewhere around there sounds good. Utah sounds great, honestly. This is risky. We know how well it's gone for us with Utah so far this video. Hopefully, come on, last round, give us some luck. Cut us some slack, Utah. Let's see it. No. It is Montana after all that. Oh man. Okay, so we're losing out on our chance to tie our best score, but that's okay. We got 4 more rounds. Let's keep our head up, try to get these done as well. Okay, looks like we're going to be out west here once again. We do have very helpful reflectors. These are the Washington-specific ones, these sort of dark brown wood ones with the white section at the top. Those you get in Washington a lot, especially out in the more rural eastern roads. So yeah, we should be in Washington. Definitely get foliage like this out here, especially towards the deserty parts, so we should be there. Fantastic. Didn't really click in the right area, but hey, still Washington. That's good for me. Let's go to round 48. Here we go. Okay, this looks New Englandy, I think, with these trees. I'm thinking Maine here, first thought. We got front plates, okay. Yeah, definitely New England architecture for sure. Yep. Now, what are these plates? Are they Maine? I don't think these are Maine plates. They could just be Massachusetts. I'm kind of getting some red text on this Ford especially. Yeah, that one over here, that would work too, so maybe just Massachusetts here. I'm fine going Massachusetts here. We might be out closer to Cape Cod, honestly. Just these trees feel pretty coastal. But yeah, gonna go for Massachusetts here. Come on, Mass. It is there, nice, and not too far from Cape Cod either. We'll take it. Okay, 2 more rounds. Let's get these. Let's at least get to 40, maybe 41. 41's ideal here. Here's our penultimate round. That license plate looks kinda New Hampshire-ish, honestly. Yeah, I can definitely believe New Hampshire here with this northern foliage. It's that light green section on the right that's really distinct for New Hampshire, so we should be there if we trust the plate. Hopefully this isn't a Maryland-Pennsylvania round repeat, but definitely looks a lot like New Hampshire here, so I trust it. Mountain Major Snowmobile Club, yeah, sounds like something you'd get in New Hampshire, so let's go for it. Fantastic. Okay, this is it. The last round, number 50. Come on, we're at 40 right now. Let's add 1 more under our belts. Again, it's a divided highway. Of course it is. Wouldn't be a state streak accuracy test without it, so let's try to get this one done as well. Absolutely beautiful mountain pass here. Love this location. Don't have many clues here, though. Can't see any license plates, can't see any signs, so we are just stuck here. What to do? So I'm kind of thinking this could be northeast again. New York, Pennsylvania, Vermont, New Hampshire. Somewhere up that way. Yeah, just looking at these trees, just panning around over and over, that's what I'm feeling here, so... maybe New York is the best choice. I'm a little worried it could be Pennsylvania. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with New York here. I'm gonna stick with New York. I really hope it's not Pennsylvania. That's my biggest concern right now, but don't have any other ideas here. Not sure how to narrow this down any farther, so gonna go for New York. Let's see. Come on. It is Pennsylvania, no! Of course. Overall, though, I cannot complain about this attempt at all. We got 40 out of 50 right, which is exactly 80%. We held on to it from the start, so very happy with that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. I will catch you guys next time with more GeoGuessr and geography content. Make sure to leave a like down below on this video. I would really appreciate it, and I will catch you next time.